Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I'm gonna give you the NA and SA predictions for this monthly final, along with some scream data. So you can trust me a little. Also have an opinion at the same time. First match, number 1 seed versus the number 9 seed. But if you look at the scream data, where there we go, AL just beat BH by one set today. But if you look, they lost to Eternals. They did beat Eternals 6-4. Lost to BH again on 16th. Lost to Loud. Did beat CV. Lost to Loud. Close it was. So of course they haven't been performing well, and also being the number 1 seed, BH should win this. So I'm gonna vote BH, of course. SKC versus SKC clears. Eternals versus Odyssey. I think Eternal clears. Loud versus Olympus squad. This may be close, but Loud will clear this. Now this is where things get complicated. SKC versus BH. Many of you might think BH might win this, but I need to have a look at the scream data for this one. So if we look out at the scream data for BH, they did lose to Loud and Eternals 3-7 today, and previously they again lost to Loud, somehow beat Odyssey, like it was close 4-3. Lost to Eternals and Loud again, lost to Eternals again, draw with Loud. So not really in the greatest form, not so much convincing them being the number 1 seed. But if you look at SKC, they have been performing great. Draw with Loud, lost to draw with Loud again. Did beat Olympus squad by 8-3. They did beat Loud by 7-3 at 15th April. So I think SKC is performing a little better on scrims. Maybe you can go with anyone you want, but I'm just wanna predict the upset here, and I'm gonna go with SKC. So Loud versus Eternals, I think Loud clears, honestly. But at the grand finals, we have Loud versus SKC. Now, if you didn't chose SKC and chose BH, I think I'm still gonna go Loud. And for this match, I think I'm still gonna go Loud because they have been performing consistently. They did lose one scrim to SKC, but it's just one scrim. So I'm gonna give my final vote to Loud. And if you didn't choose SKC, you chose BH, I'm still gonna go Loud at the finals. So these are the predictions. Did I choose all blue? Ooh, alright, so this is a prediction. I'm gonna log it in. So the North America predictions are not live yet, but we do have the brackets. So I'm gonna give you guys the predictions for North America as well, along with some screen data. So this is the bracket we have here. First game, Team Electros versus Legacy Sports. I think Team Electros clears, like they are the number 1 team here. So let's put this crossover Legacy Sports and also put Team Electros in the semi-finals. So next match we have Homeless versus Fatigue. So let's look at the scrim data for this. So we're gonna scroll down to Fatigue, and you can see like they have been doing insane. They beat all the top 3 teams of NA in scrims today. If you look previously, they beat Realm again, they beat STMN, they beat Tribe again, they beat Realm again. So they have been a very red hot form. So they have been in really great form. And when it comes to Homeless, free agent Homeless, like they are a newly formed team again. Not like so new, but yeah. So I'm gonna give this vote to Fatigue. I think Fatigue is gonna win this, no doubt about it. So I'm gonna put this crossover to Homeless and also put Fatigue in the semi-finals. So next match, Only Ram versus Fig Day. I think we don't even need to take scrims. Only Ram clears. Put the crossover Fig Day and put Only Ram in the semi-finals. Next is Stripe Gaming versus STMN. So if you look at the scrims here, where's Stripe Gaming? There we go. And if you look, they have been doing well in the scrims, but at the same time they haven't played against big teams like Electros, Only Realm much. So They did lose to Electros before. Also, Fatigue beat them recently. So, but I think they're still gonna beat STMN. So I'm gonna put this crossover STMN. There we go, and put Tribe Gaming in the semifinals against Only Ram. So next up we have Team Electros versus Fatigue in the semifinals, which is gonna be a banger, to be honest. So let's get back to scrims and let's go back to Fatigue. Fatigue has been performing insanely well against every single team. They have been beating every single team almost. They even beat Only Realm so many times. They beat Team Electros by 8-2 today. So if they can carry on this form, they can honestly win monthly finals. So I'm gonna give my vote to Fatigue. You guys can vote Team Electros if you want, but I'm gonna go with Fatigue. So next up we have Tribe Gaming versus Only Ram, another banger match. These semifinals are tough, man. Like, it's hard to say because they haven't played it against each other on scrims. At least it's not showing in the website. So it's really hard to tell. Even Only Ram has been losing to Team Electros 11-1. That's nasty, honestly. That's nasty, bro. They lost to Team Electros badly. However, Tribe Gaming, even though they lost to Fatigue, they have been doing good against other team. They haven't played against Electros, I guess, recently. They did, and they won against Team Electros. And so I'm gonna put Tribe Gaming to win against Only Ram because of the recent scrim data, and also Tribe Gaming has been the best team in NA since last year. This year they haven't won monthly finals, but I think they're gonna do it this month. And finally we have Fatigue versus Tribe Gaming, banger. And I'm gonna vote Fatigue. Like, they have been looking really good on screen. They have been beating Tribe Gaming, Electros, and they have been looking really strong. But if you chose Team Electros over Fatigue in the semifinals, you can honestly vote Team Electros like this. But if you chose Fatigue like I did, the things remain the same. So I'm predicting Fatigue to win this monthly finals. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure to subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.